Welcome back, everybody. Sang-a-Doodles here. I hope everyone has been well. I know I've been on a 4 to 5 month hiatus, and I did say that in the new year I'll have a lot more videos and product review for you guys. I know I'm a little bit late, but I just been really enjoying my time being on vacation and just unplugging for a little bit. So, as you can tell by the title, I am going to review the Paul Rubens soft and oil pastels. I did receive these for free, and they came in around the same time, so that's a disclaimer for you guys. But I'm going to try and be as honest as possible with my review on these. So I'm starting off with the Artist Soft Pastel by Paul Rubens. This is their newest product. On Amazon right now, they're between $32 and $40 for 40 soft pastels. Of course, in this hard shell box that they come in, you get a pamphlet with some information about them and a swatch card. And they claim that these were all hand-rolled, handmade, which is very interesting. They definitely look like they have been. They're all different shapes and sizes. A little bit rough looking or rustic looking, which is really neat. They come in these in their own individual foam wells, which is great so that the colors don't mix or break in the box by knocking together. I also want to note that I have no experience really with soft and oil pastels. It's been about 20 years since I ever tested pastels. That was like in high school, and they were like student grade, so I really can't compare these to any other brands that are out there, and I'm sure there's a lot, and I'm sure there's a lot of YouTube artists that have a more in-depth review on these soft pastels. So when I swatched them, they felt really nice. It was really neat that each individual really did seem hand-rolled. They went on very smooth, very buttery. It is kind of, soft pastels are kind of chalky, but it wasn't. You didn't get the crazy dust, although you'll see in this video when I start sketching out these daffodils that I did get really messy, but I think that's only because I don't really know how to work with soft pastels, so I was rubbing hard and moving things around, and I just got really messy and dirty. So as a tip, if you guys are going to try this, do not paint or draw on a surface that you love, because it will stain and will take a long time to get out. Put something down underneath, because there is a lot of excess dust, especially if you're unfamiliar with this medium. But yeah, so I would say I don't love these, only because these just aren't my niche, even though I'm a mixed media artist, but it was really fun to try them. I love trying new mediums, especially if I get into an art block. I think picking up something new and different to you and just going with the flow and no pressure on yourself and just exploring, I think it really resets you. So it was fun to dabble in these pastels. And yeah, I think, in my opinion, I think these are a great quality. It didn't seem like your chalkboard and chalk that a teacher would use, or even the chalk that you would use on or do sidewalk art with. These are definitely very nice, and they go down really satisfying. And by the way, the paper I'm using in this video is 100% cotton cold press watercolor paper. I figured that's something toothy that these soft pastels will adhere to a lot better. But yeah, so more, I guess, on these soft pastels. I really don't know that much. There's no light fast rating, and I think there are some soft pastels that have some sort of light fast. I mean, don't quote me on it, you guys. Maybe I'll have to look up another brand to see if pastels actually are light fast or can be. So there's nothing on that. The color selection, I mean, it's really nice, but I felt like it was a little bit unbalanced. I don't know, they're just like, I feel like it was more towards maybe you would do like portrait studies or something. I mean, obviously I did, you know, a floral piece here, but and that was like a happy accident that I didn't know that you can layer pastels on top of each other and, you know, get the color you need, because as you can see in this 40 set, there wasn't a green in there, at least a green that I wanted. So I just winged it and laid down blue and green, and it worked. It mixed, and it gave me like a deeper green that I needed for this piece. So that was a nice accident with these soft pastels. I definitely don't know how to get fine detail. I mean, I'm all about using my fingers and not really using tools. I heard that you can break these to get like a sharper edge. There's a lot of tools you can use for pastels to get like finer detail or, you know, better smoothing. But yeah, I just used my hands because these were just, and a Q-tip. Yes, I used a Q-tip because I thought that would work a little bit better. I don't think I enjoyed using the Q-tip that much. I'd rather just use my finger. But yeah, that's all I really can say about these soft pastels. I definitely think they're on the cheaper end. But they're good handmade quality. I'm sure that they're just as comparable as a lot of other soft pastels you'd find out there. And these are a lot of fun though. I mean, it was very difficult for me to wrap my head around how to use soft pastels, and I just kept on layering, and that was the really neat thing, is that you can just keep layering until you get, you know, to the type of rendering that you like in your art pieces. Alright, so I think we're nearing the end of the first part of this video, and just to recap, I did receive these from Paul Rubens. They were free, but I try to be as honest as I can in the review. These are not for me. I don't like getting super messy, and I really dislike that, you know, the dust stained my table. But maybe these are just a medium that I need to get more familiar with and maybe watch more videos on. But right now, I just don't like them. But let's be a little bit more positive. So these are going for $32 to $40 on Amazon, and you get 40 pastel colors. Are pastels, and the color range is okay, but could be better. And they were soft and they were buttery. They did feel really good quality. I love the fact that they're all individual sizes and different lengths and girths. It was really great to see that you can layer soft pastels and get your colors that you need. and they are, or they can be, a fun medium for a person that likes to get messy, to let loose. I definitely had fun expressing myself in a different way than I usually do in my artwork, and it was something different, which I always like. Well, you made it to the second part of my video. Here I'm reviewing the Paul Rubens oil pastels. Again, these were sent to me for free, but on Amazon you can find them for about $20 to $25. You get 36 pastel colors with 3 additional white pastels, which is great. Again, they come in a hard shell box. They come with a pamphlet. This pamphlet tells you a little bit about Paul Rubens, about all the colors they have, the different sets, and even some tips how to use oil pastels. So when I first opened up the box, it was great to see once again that each individual pastels were in their own foam wells, so it keeps everything nice and clean. And look at these colors, they're so beautiful. Like, I am truly inspired when I look at these. When I was testing them out, I did find them very smooth. Like, they were really creamy. I know I said with the soft pastels they're buttery, and these are like buttery, but the best word to describe them is creamy. And they just felt really nice. They glided on the paper very smoothly. So I decided to test these oil pastels out on my 100% cotton cold pressed watercolor paper and the black mixed media paper. It shows up nicely on the black, but I think I prefer it on the white cold pressed paper. I think it just looks more vibrant, and for some reason the pastels on the black paper looks a little bit muted. When I was testing these out, I felt that they were really easy to blend and simple to layer on top of each other, but I need a little bit more practice. So I decided to do a sketch and try them out in a piece just off the top of my head. I did use a Pinterest reference when I was making this portrait of a girl with flowers. Again, I stuck to a floral or spring theme because I kind of have a fever for those right now. And it was difficult, but I definitely don't think, I felt that the oil pastels weren't as difficult to use like the soft pastels. And I think I enjoyed these a lot better because they weren't as messy. I think it might be a sensory issue for me. I'm not sure, because I don't mind getting messy with paints, but it's kind of like a controlled mess, if that makes any sense. I think I said everything I need to say and to review these oil and soft pastels. If I did leave any information out that you guys would like to know, just ask me down in the comment section and I will definitely try to look it up for you guys. Until then, enjoy the rest of the video, and until next time, Doodle Fam, bye!